On today's hot hatch video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to repair a window that has fallen off its tracks, because that is not normal. This shiny new piece came in from eBay. Check it out. Hopefully it fits. No. Fuck. eBay says this part is for my car, and yet, look at it. The damn radiator has to be freaking flush in order to fit that. On today's video, the hot hatchback is having some issues with a misaligned window. You can see here. I'm gonna take a crack at trying to fix it because it is currently the rainy season and I don't want to get wet. Now, I've been driving around for a couple weeks now with this thing just rolled all the way up and just stuck there. Just leave it there and don't touch it. And it's not really an issue until you touch the handle and try to roll it down. So let me show you guys what's going on here. So as you can see, I've rolled it down and we've got this gap here and it is just not even close. Now this could either mean the window regulator is, bent, which might be true because I have kind of forced it up. Another thing is I did notice my window trim here. See, look, it is cracked here. This little crack causes these two pieces to slide and slip, which means that when you try to push the window up, it could actually just pop right out of the slide here and just, look, you can even see now it's starting to push out, which you don't want to have. So in my case, I have to replace the window regulator because I'm pretty sure I bent the arms, and I have to replace the inside window trim that holds the window in place because of that little crack. Depending on your guys' situation, you might only need to replace the regulator and leave the trim alone. So I'm going to take this door panel apart so we can see what's going on inside. Alright, so here we can see, check it out. The window is actually not even on the tracks on this side. In order to actually remove the window, we have to bring it all the way down. Carefully, I might add, I don't want to break it. So, we need to lower it to expose these little bolts here. So we got one there. And there's a little hole where you can see the other one right there. So once we remove those screws, all we got to do is just slide this rail that way and it pops right off. Boom. Alright, so I'm going to hold the window, slide the rail, and now our window is free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's, 4 on this side, 2 here. So now that it's out, you want to compress it here and just slide it right out. Make sure you get this thing out also. Now here's the old one. I ordered a freshly new one. Here's the part number, Window Regulator, OE Solutions. Now let's see how different it looks from this one compared. So already it's silver. Okay. Let's take a look. Perfect. So as you can see, look, this one looks sleek and nice and compact and everything's straight. On this one, however, and then when I hold it all together, there's a pretty big gap between here compared to this one. See? So this is pretty much the exact same issue I had before when I replaced my other window regulator. The thing is, these are very, very fragile and they tend to warp. I tried to bend it back into place and install it that way and it didn't work out. Should probably take this out, or should I leave this on? Too late now. Alright, let's go ahead and just put this right back in. Now that I've taken the window out, I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So this little crack would slip in, right? And since the window regulator was bad, it would already tend to, push it out of this groove and it would just roll right over it, which is not what you want to have, especially in the rainy season like now. So to remove this thing, what you want to do is go ahead and just start from the bottom here and just pull on this rubber and it just slides right out. And we've encountered our first problem. Look, nothing ever goes as planned, damn it. So it turns out my window visors are, I think, glued onto this freaking thing here that I can't pull it out. Nothing ever goes as planned. Luckily, I have some extra double-sided tape, so I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this for now. And hopefully I can install it back later. See, it was just jamming it into place. But look, oh man, I just made a mess of this. I thought I could save it, but no, there's no saving the double-sided tape. Oh well. At least now we can keep pulling. And there. So these are the old ones. Look, as you can see, they are quite worn down. Look, you got tears here along the rail. And then the split, the crack I showed you guys earlier, right there, big old crack. Now we go ahead and just toss this. Now this one's not actually new. I picked this up at the junkyard and it looks in decent enough shape. There are no cracks on this anywhere. So for our purposes, it'll do fine. All that's left is just to install it. Freshly installed, check it out. Now you do want to be careful with it, just work your way around all the way through. So now that we've installed our window trim here, we can go ahead and get our regulator back in. Now I'm just gonna insert this back the way it was. There we go. Close enough. Our window regulator is in place. Damn it. Okay, take two. I've tightened them a little tighter. Now, I should get a little test run here. Okay, well it rolls up and down, relatively smooth. It's a little loose because I haven't tightened it yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it right now. So, once you've tightened these 4 ones here, now those are pretty, they're pretty set, and they're not gonna change the location of the regulator too much. However, these two can change. You see, this one isn't really a hole, it's a slot, which allows you to change the basically the level at which it sits down at the bottom. See, if you push this up all the way, it raises it up, which means the window will be at a slant. What I like to do is just take a level at the bottom. You can see right there, not level, push it too far. And there we go. Now with our new window regulator in place, next up is we have to put the window on and just basically bolt those two down at the bottom. Just like that, we got our window back in line. It's too bad I gotta replace this tape. I'm not even sure if the tape I have now will hold, but I'm just gonna do that anyway. We got our door panel back on, and the door window still looking good. Now, a quick little trick to install this: you can just pre-install the horseshoe and have it resting in that area right there. Then you can just put this right into place. Take your screwdriver, and you can just snap the horseshoe back into place like this, and just like that, it's in there. So there we have it. We installed our new window regulator and window slides using pretty much basic tools, just a 10mm socket, a drill, an extension, and some screwdrivers. Our window looks pretty freaking safe. Looks like we got to install this completely. Tape holding pretty well. But now the window is all smudged up from the grease. So I'm gonna clean it up. Alright guys, now with the new clean window, new window trim rails, and a brand new regulator, it's essentially like straight out of the factory. No kidding, look at it. And we are good to go. No more falling down windows. Tool wise, not a lot of stuff you need, and complexity wise, also very straightforward. Do want to mention, if you also want to replace your window trim, I recommend you go in there and you push it and wiggle it around. You might end up thinking that it's slipped into place when in reality it's just barely holding on, and you don't want to have your window break on you trying to align it with a messed up window trim slide. So just be careful. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Pretty short and simple one. Window trim and window regulator to get our window up, back and running in tip-top shape. That's it for this video, guys. So good speed and take care.